Hi all, and welcome to my new video related to Bitcoin education. In this video, we will discuss about the difficulty adjustment and we will make the comparison between the difficulty adjustment and is royal. I already discussed about what is the difficulty adjustment in one of the videos to explain the blockchain, so I will not deep dive so much on what it is. It's mostly the comparison between the difficulty adjustment and is what happens in is royal. This presentation is for educational purpose only and it is not a financial advice. These are the reference article. Bitcoin is a pioneer species and is written by Brandon Quittem. It's really a great article. I strongly recommend you to read this article because it's a long article also discussing about Bitcoin mining in general. And in this video, I will discuss about one part of the article. Let's discuss about the example. So we have discussed, as said, about the difficulty adjustment in one of the lectures related to the blockchain. Now let's consider a real example present in the nature is royal. There are wolves and moose are amongst the only animals living on the island. The moose is the only prey available for the wolf, and the wolf is the only predator concerning the moose. The simplicity and isolation of this ecosystem makes it a perfect laboratory for studying ecology. The population of moose and wolves on the island are constantly in flux. In fact, when the moose population is large relative to the wolves, even the weakest, slowest, oldest wolves get fed. But soon the oversized wolf population decimates this food source. Now, with little food for the wolves, the weakest will die from starvation, which reduces the pressure on mouse population. It's like um, a flux of the population of wolves and moves. Eventually, a temporary equilibrium is reached. As it turns out, ecology comes with a built-in difficulty adjustment. In fact, this temporary equilibrium is the same as that Austrian economics are highlighting on price related to supply demand, and it's the same related to the difficulty adjustment. Here, the population of moose and wolves are always in flux, and according to Austrian economics, the price is always in flux because of the movement of supply and demand, that always look for an equilibrium, find only a temporary equilibrium, and then it's not anymore equilibrium, and then again supply and demand are balancing, are trying to find a new equilibrium. And okay, let's go to the next slide then. So the same dynamic plays out, in fact, in the Bitcoin miner ecosystem. Now you can ask, what does this in relation with Bitcoin mining? In fact, we see when Bitcoin price is high relative to the total hash rate, even the slowest, oldest generation miners are profitable. The good times don't last, as eventually the difficulty adjusts upward, and the least efficient miner must turn off. Similar with the wolves, when there is a lot of food, every wolf also the weakest is getting fed, but when there will be not anymore enough food, the weakest wolf die. In this case, the least efficient miners must turn off. On the other side, in case the price goes down, there will be miners who are not profitable anymore and they go out of business. It will cause the hash rate to go down and to allow the remaining miners to be profitable and other new miners to enter the competition. Just like the moose and wolves on Isle Royale, the miner ecosystem, modulated by the difficulty adjustment, is constantly seeking equilibrium where marginal cost to mine a block equals marginal revenue. At maturity, mining Bitcoin should be relative boring, low margin business, similar to an energy utility today. If the wolf, you cannot, we go now to the last slide, say you cannot cheat nature because what happened in Isla Royale, if the wolf doesn't find a meal, it dies. And there is no magic potions to revive the wolf. It's necessary for the weakest individuals to be culled to ensure the rest of the population has enough food to survive. If a wizard did revive all fallen wolves, they will eventually eat all the food and lead their own species to extinctions. So we see this in a natural imbalance arise when central bankers bail out zombie companies. Sure, you save the company, but you put the entire ecosystem at risk. Rather, we must let the market settle and recycle capital. Reviving the wolf and bailing out companies are example of cheating nature. Each time nature is cheated, long-term systemic risk built in the system, increasing the risk of a catastrophe or extinctions. Alternative, there are no bailout in Bitcoins. In fact, the beautiful of Bitcoin obeys the rules of nature. The net effect is accepting short-term price volatility in exchange for long-term systemic stability. So, and say in one sentence, you cannot cheat nature. That's it for the lesson of today. Hope you enjoy this correlation between what happened in Isle Royale and what happened in the Bitcoin mining ecosystem. Bye.